welcome back to On The Collector with me, Jason. First, let me apologise for the fact that there hasn't been a video in a few days. There is a reason, which I'm going to go to in this video for you now. This is a video that I didn't know whether or not I was going to do it, to be honest with you. I've been tossing this one over in my head for a couple of weeks now. And initially I started off by just sort of talking about what I've been doing in my spare time other than this. Some of you know. And then, because of certain things happening that I didn't think would happen, I wanted to build on it. And it was a case of, I didn't quite know how open and honest to be with this. I didn't quite know how deeply to go, because I'm always concerned with putting yourself out there, and you're open to judgment, you're open to criticism, and you're open to ridicule as well. And unfortunately, the latter does happen, and quite often it happens with people that, well, let's just say I used to trust. But I figured, because of what's been going on in my life other than all this, I wanted to share it with you, because some of you on there, you've been following this channel now for so long, and you comment and you message me, and now some of you, you're on my personal Facebook channel, and we talk on the phone, and I speak to you on live streams, and we message constantly. And I just wanted to just speak to all of you really about it, and just let you all know. And I figured that, you know, the people that are going to be sort of negative or mock this or laugh at it, they're just arseholes, and they'll be arseholes anyway, so who cares about them? So anyway, let's do it. Now, okay, let's get into this. Now, do you know what? Let's go for a little drive, shall we? Come with me. I want to show you something. Let's go. So here we are. This is where I go to the gym, and unfortunately I can't take you in here. So, and I feel really conspicuous talking to my phone, which is kind of silly when you think about it. Yeah, so I just wanted to bring you here and show you this, and I thought it'd be a little bit different as well. And yeah, let's go back to the haunt and we'll continue chatting there. Okay, ta-ra. Before we go back to the haunt, this is me after I've been in the gym for a session. Look at this, absolutely soaked, drenched, proper fucked. Right, let's go back. Okay, so that is what I've been doing. For those of you who don't know, you've probably noticed the weight loss. Now, I've lost over 2 stone. Now, I'll put a picture up here, and the one is me last June of 2022. I was 14 stone 10. I was probably on more than 14 stone 10 in all fairness. I'm being conservative with the 14 stone 10. The other picture I took about a week ago, that's me at 12 stone 10. The lightest I've been in, getting on for 30 years. It's been getting on for 30 years since I've been the weight I am now. And it's been a lot of work, especially this year. I've been putting in a huge number of hours in the gym. I've been putting in a huge number of hours here. Now, obviously, guys, this is going to affect the amount of time I spend doing YouTube. But please don't take that as a negative. Let me explain further. As I've said before on older previous videos, because it's quite a stagnant hobby, there wasn't enough there for me. I needed more. I just had too much spare time, ironically. And that was why, as I've said previously on other videos, that I started doing the YouTube thing. And don't get me wrong, I love doing the YouTube thing. I love what I've managed to do with the channel so far. And it's led to so many fantastic things, chatting to you guys who watch and comment on my videos, appearing on other channels, on their live streams. I mean, it's all fantastic and I love it. And as other YouTubers will well know, to have a YouTube channel, even a relatively small one like mine, takes a lot of time. It takes up a lot of your spare time, and takes a lot of planning, a lot of organization. You've got to be creative, you've got to be organized, you've got to be dedicated. And a lot of these things are things that have helped me now go into doing what I'm doing now as well on the side, along with this, which is my whole keeping fit and trying to get healthier, and going to the gym, and doing lots of new training that I type techniques that I've never done before, and of which now I'm thoroughly enjoying and I'm really passionate about. It is. It's just for me, like I've said in the past with the statue collecting, and the YouTube came along and it was more of a challenge. It's got to a point now, guys, where basically, let me just wind the clock back a bit. I was doing unboxing videos and things like that last year, especially towards the end of the year, and I didn't like the way I looked on videos. It's as simple as that, guys. Call it vanity if you want, but I didn't like the fact that I got a gut. I was buying T-shirts that were oversized just so they covered it up. But that's how I felt about myself, and that ain't a good thing. That ain't a good way to feel. It really ain't. I know some people go through life and they're totally happy with who they are and what they've got and everything else, and that is superb. And don't get me wrong, I ain't looking for sympathy. Please don't think this is a sympathy video. It ain't, or a pity one. I'm not interested in any of that bollocks. I'm not. This is just me being honest and telling you what's going on. And I've always been happy with myself. I've always been confident with what I'm capable of doing and what I'm not capable of doing. But the fact is, I simply had got to the point where I didn't like the fact that I was getting overweight again. I didn't like the way that made me feel. And I come from a background where you sort of, as a lad, you were told to man up and get on with it and sort yourself out. And sometimes that's I know nowadays people say, oh, that's not the case now. Men should talk, men should open up, and it's kind of what I'm doing. But sometimes it is the case. Sometimes it is the case. Sometimes the wrap up in cotton wool thing isn't necessarily the right approach. And certainly for me, I'm glad that I didn't have, because I haven't got anyone here. I ain't got anyone here. And this isn't pity. This isn't sympathy. And so I had to get off my ass, or I made the decision to get off my ass and go and do this and sort myself out. And the thing is, with the weight loss and the achievements, because I kept making these brilliant achievements, I was getting fitter, I was getting stronger, and the weight was coming off, and I was beating my personal goals again and again and again and again, and it made me feel so good that I started feeling brilliant mentally. Mentally, I felt the best I've ever felt, guys. And it was only with that I realised how I felt before. And I thought, oh, right, okay. Yeah, things weren't cool there. I saw the belly, because you can see it. Didn't see the other shit that was going on. Didn't see the things going on in here that weren't healthy. And this is, I suppose, why it's got to the point where I can talk. I can talk to you guys. And how deep I want to go into this, I don't know. I can edit it out. I might leave it in. I might not. But I'm talking. The thing is, I'm talking now, and it helps. Because sometimes it's easier to talk to a back of a phone than it is to talk to a human being. Well, it is for me. And the thing is, the point of this video is it's to not to have people feel. I don't want. I'm not looking for sympathy. It's to explain that because of the spare time that this hobby allows, it's allowed the flexibility of doing and the challenge of doing the YouTube channel. But through doing the YouTube channel, through the fact that you've got to be disciplined and you've got to be motivated and kind of seeing yourself getting out of shape, it's pushed me then to go and do what I think is probably one of the best things I've done for myself in my life, and to keep pushing myself. And honestly, guys, I am fucking buzzing in here and I love it. I've just had 4 days where I've not been to the gym because of work and because I don't go at weekends. And last night I was feeling really quite ground down, and I've got a bit of pressure on at the moment at work. But I knew it was coming. Not having a go or anything like that. I knew it was coming. But it was just something else. Another weight on top. Another pressure pushing down. As Bilbo would say, butter spread over too much bread is quite a good way of analysing that. And I went to the gym. I got up this morning. I did some core training here just to loosen myself up and get me bones moving, because I'm 52 in a few weeks' time. Shit takes a while to wake up. It really does. And yeah, I went to the gym, and I was at the gym for just shy of 2 hours, and I come back and I was absolutely buzzing. I thought, you know what, I'm going to do that video. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it and stick it out there. If people want to take the piss, they can take the piss. But you know what? If there's people out there who appreciate it and they understand where you're coming from, or they just... the fact that you can open up and say these things, and and you get the appreciation for it, then it's worth doing it. It's worth doing that. I'm stumbling over my words here. So much stuff I'm trying to flip around in my head here. Because I've also obviously done little bits that you'll know that I'm not going to edit into this, and I've got to try and think how I'm going to edit them in. So I'm thinking of a lot of things. So that's the key thing. This is what I'm getting at as well with the whole collecting thing. The fact that I'm doing all this, guys, the fact that I'm feeling better and everything else is making it the fact that I can put more energy now into the channel. I can do better videos, better content. Not just me sat on my ass here doing this, just talking, which is what it got to, and it was getting stagnant. And if it starts to get stagnant, if it starts to feel stagnant for me doing it, then it's got to be getting stagnant for you guys watching it. So I need to do more, I think. And this, I'm hoping, will push me, because I go and do the live streams, which I love doing them, and I love chatting to the guys on, and I'm going to start doing my own. I've heard a couple of guys come forward and says they'll do it with me, and yeah, that's going to be the next challenge, me doing a live stream. You're going to have to come in for that one, guys, because the first one's going to be a shit show, because I don't know what I'm doing, and it's going to be bloody awful. But again, I'm just going to jump in and do it one of the days, and we'll see how we go. But I'll let you know when that one's happening. But yeah, this video really was just about the fact that I'm really pumped at the moment, guys. Normally it was just statues that got me pumped and excited, and well, it used to be women actually, but I ain't got one of them at the moment. I might edit that out. But now I've got something else, and it's motivating me more, and it's driving more, and it's a bigger challenge. So it's crazy that the statues have pushed me into doing the YouTube, and then through all the things I've learnt doing this, that it's now pushed me to go into seriously taking care of myself and being sensible with it as well. A couple of the lads at work would disagree because they think I'm training too hard, and I might be, but I know if I sit down how easy I can just bump sit and do bugger all. So that's why if I feel like training, I train. And yeah, it's just to let you know that don't worry, the channel's safe. It ain't going anywhere, and the videos might be slightly more sporadic now, because obviously the downside is if I'm keeping fit, if I'm training, it is eating into my spare time. So I have got less time for doing this. But the videos might be less frequent, but I'm hoping they'll be better, and I'll be doing it better, and there'll be a better content, and that's kind of what I'm aiming for. I haven't thought it through properly. Jesus, I only got the confidence today to even do this video. So yeah, I'm going to leave it there. I think I've said enough on that. And obviously anything relevant to this, anything that you might do, is because I know some of you have got pastimes. I know some of you go to the gym. I know some of you train hard. Some of you have got incredible skills that you do. I know some of you do 3D printing and modelling. Some of you make props. Some of you do artwork and stuff like that. You know, let me know and tell me what it is that you do that comes off this or with this, or just anything that you find motivates you or heals you or just makes you feel bloody awesome, like collecting does. Shove it all in the comments, guys. I'd love to know. I'd love to hear from you all. I look forward to reading them. And of course, if you've enjoyed this somewhat I suppose, unorthodox video, I'd really appreciate if you'd click the like button, guys. It really does count. It really does matter. It means a huge lot. And obviously, if you haven't done so, I really would appreciate a subscribe to the channel as well, because again, that means so much to both myself and obviously the channel. That would be wonderful. Listen, guys, I'm going to go because I've got nights tonight. I've got to edit this and stick it on the channel and, yeah, get a couple of hours kip before I go to work. But, yeah, feeling good. Feeling really good. Positive. Despite some things on the outside trying to affect that. But we all have that. Every one of us has that. Take care of yourselves. Thank you ever so much for watching, guys. And I will catch you all on the next video. So, take care. Ta-ra.